Hi there Aries, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 14th of December. As the seasonal festivities really start to ramp up, your enthusiasm to get together with different and stimulating people is certainly given a boost this week as the Sun squares up to Jupiter. However, we have to be conscious that Jupiter is in its detriment in the sign of Virgo, and this particular aspect can lead us to promise more than we can realistically deliver. And there's also a rather defensive influence running on from last week, which involves your ruling planet Mars and also Uranus still located in your sign. This is revving up your nervous energy and everyone else's. It can make you more competitive, more outspoken. It could see you do something completely spontaneously, but not necessarily for the good. So if you find yourself discussing the seasonal responsibilities, for example, be sure that whatever you pledge to is going to be something that in the cold light of day you're actually happy to deliver upon. You may also find yourself rather playful with work colleagues. Obviously people do get together at this time of year. On the first 2 days, Mercury, which is right at the top of your scope, is forging a very subtle link to Neptune. Someone may tell you something that's of great consequence, but they may not make it absolutely crystal clear. It may be more of a hint, just a nudge in a direction. Just keep an eye out for some of the undertones that can go on in conversations. It's also saying to you that if you want to make progress with your career at this late stage of the year, subtlety is just as important as being more upfront, something that you usually have little problem with. And also from Tuesday through to the end of the week, there is a growing link between Venus and also Pluto. Venus is in a very deep and passionate part of your horoscope pretty well until the end of the year, all but a couple of days. But this angle with Pluto can make you much more conscious of who you really feel very close to. It can ramp up the intimacy in an existing relationship which is going well, or it can just make you appreciate at a more spiritual level the people you really love and care for. The downside, however, when Venus tangles with Pluto is that power politics and desire can get mixed up with almost force, especially with Pluto in Capricorn. So just be mindful of that. There's also a quarter moon which occurs towards the end of the week, which is much more sensitive. And if something gets said to you that you feel is unfair or not quite true, it would be easy to really take it personally and let this take on a whole sort of multi-level story of energy. Try to avoid that. Try to keep that sense of logic and groundedness that sees you deal with most issues well. But there is a very outgoing side of your situation which is still very much to the fore. You could find yourself at times feeling a little bit resentful about everyday chores or the last minute things you need to do at this time of year. So do give yourself some permission when possible to break out and have a bit more personal freedom. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.